Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to make few example of converting different type of form of quadratic functions to another form. For example, I give you guys a standard form and I ask you guys convert that standard form to the factor form or to the vertex form. So what we know standard form is y equal to a x squared plus bx plus c. Factor form is y equal to a x minus r x minus s, and vertex form was y equal to a x minus h squared plus k. So we know this. So now my example is y equal to -6 plus x squared minus x divided by 2. So this equation is a quadratic equation because degree is 2. And by looking at this form, we cannot say that's the standard. So this is not a standard, that's not a factor form, it's not a vertex form. They're asking us make this one to standard form. So you have to make it to this. So how do we do it? By simplify. So I will find the common denominator. It will be -12 plus x squared minus x, everything divided by 2. So what's happened, I made a common denominator between 1 and 2, which is 2. I multiply by 2 and I got -12. In the standard form, there is no denominator here, so I will break this one down to -12 over 2 plus x squared over 2 minus x over 2. This will be equal to, so -6 plus x squared over 2 minus x over 2. Standard form, x should be the highest degree should be first, so this will be equal to x squared over 2 minus x over 2 minus 6. So this is the standard form. If they ask us to find a, b, c, a will be 1/2, b will be -1/2, and c will be -6. And this will be concave up because a is positive. Let's have another example. Y equal to 3 x minus 1 squared plus 2. This is a vertex form. There's no problem with this. But the question is, convert this one to standard form. Standard form is this. So in order to make it to a standard form, we need to simplify this, right? There is a parenthesis. Inside of the parenthesis is x minus 1. We cannot do anything. We're going to apply the squared. So x minus 1 squared will be x squared minus 2x plus 1. How did I get this? This coming from a formula a minus b squared equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. And where is this coming from? This coming from a minus b multiplied by a minus b. If you distribute this one, you will get that. So we have this for the parenthesis. I will substitute it back. We get 3 parenthesis x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus 2. So now I distribute the 3. We get 3x squared minus 6x plus 3 plus 2. This will be equal to 3 squared minus 6x plus 5. So we made it to a standard form. This is our A, this -6 is B, and C is 5. So far, so good. So we are able to make any form by simplifying to a vertex form, to a standard form. Now let's have another example. Y equal to x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now the question is, make this one to factored form. That means you have to make it to this. We need to have parentheses. Has to be a factor. So in order to factor this one, we learn in algebra for 3 terms, we open 2 parentheses. We put x. This is multiply of 2 number, like a multiplied by b is 6, and if you add this same number, you should get 5. In order to factor, so sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's kind of takes time. So you need to take your time to make sure you will get the correct number. And it happened to be 3 and 2. So x plus 3, x plus 2. So this is a factor form, and if I ask you guys what is A, the A is 1, and it will be concave up. Now let's do some challenging. I give you guys a standard form. Now the question is make it to a vertex form. Example, y equal to x squared plus 8x plus 3. So this is a quadratic equation. We know it's concave up. We know a equal to 1, b equal to 8, and c equal to 3. Now the question is, they're asking us make this one to a vertex form. To a vertex form, that means you need to make it to this form. That means you need to tell me what is A, what is H, and what is K. H and K, we know this is a vertex. So you will see a lot of homework question about this, make it to a vertex form. In order to make it to a vertex form, we need to go through a few steps. And those steps, they call it completing the square. Completing the square. I'm sure you've seen this in algebra, but let's have this example. In order to complete the square, step 1, we need to select B, which is 8 here. We divide B by 2 and we square it. If you do this, we're going to get, we will get 8 over 2 squared will be 4 squared equal to 16. So I'm going to call this one step 2. So which is super important, this step. We get B, and you have to make sure A is 1. If A is 1, you get B. If A is not 1, we need to factor the A. But in this example, B is 8, we divide by 2u squared, we get 16. Now we get this number, we're going to add and subtract 16 after B. That means we're going to have y equal to x squared plus 8x. I'm going to make it different color, like plus 16 minus 16 plus 3 plus 3. So this is what we came up from this technique. We add and subtract. Why do we do this? We would like to make it perfect square. Not this 3, the first 3. When you factor it, you will get x plus 4 times x plus 4. All the time this will be perfect square, which is x plus, so which this one will be x plus 4 squared, and negative 16 plus 3 will be negative 13. So what we have a vertex form. So which is a, so is vertex form y equal to ax minus h squared plus k. In this example, a is 1, h is very important, is negative 4. The vertex form has negative here, but here we have plus, so this is negative 4. So h is negative 4 and k is negative 13.